Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of My Butler along Shohei Yonekura's route. We are on Chapter 7, Love Scandal. So I'm guessing he's not going to behave at the Christmas party, but we shall see. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Cling clang. Eek! The silverware had slipped out of my hands and fell onto the floor. I guess my etiquette isn't going that well.
Mr. Willie.
Yonekura looked irritated as he stared at me and sighed.
Come on, what are you doing? There's only a week left until the party.
I know, okay? My hands were too cold and I couldn't grab the utensils very well, that's all.
What's with that excuse? You're like a little kid.
It was already the middle of December and the Christmas party was only 1 week away. Yonekura was teaching me my final etiquette lesson for my debut at the party.
Here, give me your hands.
Huh?
They're numb from the cold, right? I'll warm them up.
Yonekura took both my hands and held them together. He blew his hot breath onto them. Yonekura, you're so much kinder than I expected. I guess you really do like taking care of other people.
Excuse me?
Yonekura's face started to get a little red. He quickly made a sour face to hide his true feelings.
As if. There's only one person who I actually take care of.
What? He said it so casually, but it sounded really heartfelt. Just then, someone had entered the room.
Mr. Willie, I'm sorry to bother you during your lesson, but...
Kagurazaka, what is it? Do you need me?
No, not you.
Kagurazaka averted his eyes away from me.
Yonekura, could you please come with me for a minute?
He called Yonekura with a serious face. Huh?
Me?
Sorry, but I'm going to borrow him for a minute. Is that all right, Mr. Willie? No! He's mine! You can't take him away! Huh? Yeah, that's fine with me, but...
Then I'll excuse myself for a bit. Please continue reviewing even while I'm not here.
He left me with those words. Kagurazaka and Yonekura left the banquet hall. I wonder why Kagurazaka's face was so much different than usual. He was very stern. It looked like he was angry to me. No, I can't just wait here and worry about it. I'll go and see what's going on. Bad girl, bad. We're supposed to be reviewing our lessons. Where did those two go?
Mr. Willie, what are you doing?
Oh, Kirishima. Maybe Kirishima knows something. Kagurazaka had come out and called for Yonekura a while ago, but he'd looked so serious, and I started to get worried. I guess he knows. He looks worried. While listening to my words, Kirishima started to look more and more troubled. Do you know something, Kirishima?
No. There's nothing I can tell you.
That's not what I asked. So, you know something, but it's not something you can tell me. Huh? Why did he say that? Kirishima looked a little unhappy and averted his eyes. He didn't try to look me in the eyes. He does know something after all. Kirishima! Has something happened? Please tell me. Has something happened to Yonekura? Maybe something bad had happened.
Mr. Willie, are you really that worried about Yonekura?
Of course I am. Kirishima looked deep into my eyes. He sighed like he was throwing in the towel.
You must keep it a secret from Kagurazaka that I'm telling you this. The reason he called Yonekura is probably because of this.
As he spoke, Kirishima showed me something. A magazine that hasn't been published yet. This is about celebrity scandals and politician love affairs. All these articles are about those things. It's just a tabloid, isn't it?
This magazine is going on sale next week, and there's an article about Yonekura in it.
Huh? I was shocked and turned the page. The popular and handsome actor YS's passionate relationship comes to light. The headline leapt out at me. They only put his initials, but anyone could recognize that it was Yonekura in the picture. Not to mention standing next to him. That's me! His sudden hiatus was caused by his relationship problems? He blindfolded a drunken fan and pulled her into a hotel. Oh man, what kind of misunderstanding is that? Great, how are we going to straighten this out? What? This is nonsense! This is when Yonekura had taken me out to celebrate my birthday.
I know, Mr. Dirili.
Kirishima tried to calm me down with his calm voice.
We'd heard about Yonekura's plan before, and we know he's not that type of person.
Kirishima. Suddenly, ring, ring, ring. Huh? My cell phone suddenly started vibrating, and my body stiffened up. The name that showed on the screen was... Auntie Eiko. Beep. Hello? Auntie Eiko?
Dirili, I just heard what happened from Kagurazaka. An article about Yonekura is going to get published, huh?
Yeah. It had been a while since I'd talked to her, and that was the first line out of her mouth.
Oh, what's the meaning of this? Please tell me what really happened. Did Yonekura force you to?
No! I just carelessly fell in love with him. So Yonekura hadn't done anything wrong.
Really?
Auntie Eiko sounded surprised on the other end of the phone. This picture had been taken on my birthday, and Yonekura was just celebrating it with me. I did my best to explain what had happened with Yonekura.
Really? You're in love with Yonekura?
That's...
I understand.
I could hear Auntie Eiko sigh over the phone.
At any rate, now that the scandal has happened, it's best that we stop the test now. The scandal might end Yonekura's career. And, really, I'm worried that you might get hurt.
Huh?
It's alright. You can go back home now. I'll explain everything to Yonekura, Kira, and Kamisaki.
Beep, beep, beep. I stood there looking at my cell phone after my aunt had hung up. I didn't say goodbye!
Mr. Dirili, are you alright? You don't look so...
Kirishima saw how messed up my expression was. Is it all over now? Am I going to leave here and be separated from Yonekura and the others? Even though I'd done my best to come this far? Later that day in the late afternoon, Yonekura came back to the room I'd been waiting in.
Sorry for leaving you alone. Were you lonely? No, I've really filled you as a butler.
He spoke in a joking manner. He smiled as if nothing had happened. Yonekura...
Don't look so down, Dirili.
His long fingers flattened and caressed my hair. I mean, are you okay, Yonekura?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That article came out, and all that stuff was written about me.
My feelings for you aren't something I need to hide or lie about. It's not a big deal if they caught me on camera dating the girl I love, right?
That's not...
Plus, love is something that helps an actor grow. Thanks to you, I've experienced how it feels to really fall for a girl. Until now, I've been so bad at acting like I'm in love, but thanks to you, I've gotten a little better at doing it.
Oh, I'm happy to hear him say that, but if things continue like this... I got a call from Auntie Eiko. She told me the test was over and that I should go home.
Yeah, I know. She contacted me as well.
Huh? How can he act so casually despite knowing that?
So, let's go, Dirili.
Huh? Go where?
Your aunt was worried because of our scandal, right? And then, all we have to do is prove it to be a lie.
What is he talking about? He looked at me as I blinked in confusion. Yonekura smirked fearlessly at me.
We'll go and talk to the company that printed this magazine.
What? He's going to talk directly to the publisher? We're really here. Yonekura had taken me to the publishing company in the middle of the city.
Hey. Well, what a surprise.
The editor-in-chief couldn't hide his surprise after hearing about our visit. And why is Yonekura still wearing his butler uniform here? This person is the magazine's editor-in-chief.
You really surprised me. I would never have thought the young heartthrob Yonekura Shohei would show up. Not to mention without an appointment. Shut up. I didn't come here because I wanted to. As if I'd make an appointment. The article you're going to publish in this magazine is complete rubbish. That's the real reason we're here. And then, you came all the way over here to protest it? You put a lot of effort into this. By the way, who is this lovely lady?
He looked at me with intrusive eyes, and I instinctively clung to Yonekura.
She's the fan that you've written about in your article. What? But she's not my fan. I'm the one who fell in love with her. If you're going to write a story, at least get the details right. She's the center of my world.
Yonekura!
Are you sure we can write an article like that? Yeah, if you're going to write something, write the truth. I'll never allow an article that tarnishes her name to be written.
I love him too. That's not right either.
Hey, Dirili.
I love Yonekura too, so if you're going to revise it, you need to say that I love him too.
Wait, Yonekura, are you seriously saying all this? You're telling me to write a real love article and not some cheap scandal. Are you really alright with that? Yeah, of course I am. If you're going to change the article, I'll give you an extraordinarily special scoop. Tell them that Yonekura Shohei is madly in love.
What? Yonekura put both his hands on my cheeks and kissed me deeply. No, wait! Everyone's looking. The other two editors stared in amazement, and I twisted my body to resist. He held me even more tightly and gave me a deeper kiss. He sucked with his penetrating tongue, and without thinking I held onto Yonekura's chest. Yonekura smirked and kissed me even harder. If he does this, I won't be able to think about anything. Yonekura licked the saliva that overflowed from my mouth and spilled down my neck. Finally, he bit my earlobe and made my body writhe. I couldn't stand properly and breathed roughly as Yonekura held me up.
Hey, why are you spacing out? Huh?
Yonekura smirked at the editor-in-chief, who'd been taken aback from our public display.
You can take pictures if you want, but you can't show her face. She's my special lady.
You went to the publishing company? I heard my aunt from the phone speaker as she was dumbfounded. Yes. You kissed in front of the editor-in-chief? Are you sane, Yonekura? After returning to the mansion, Yonekura had quickly called Kira and the others. He'd made an international call to my aunt and explained what had happened at the publisher.
Yeah, it looked like his eyeballs were going to jump out of their sockets. I even told them that if they didn't replace the article, I'd do something underhanded. They were surprisingly cooperative with changing the article after that.
I swear, things involving you are... Auntie Eiko was probably at her wit's end on the other side of the phone. Kira, you didn't follow along to stop them?
Don't be so unreasonable, Miss Eiko.
How would he know anything anyway? Why would you expect him to take care of anything? He doesn't work for you. Well, not that way, at least.
There's no way I could stop someone so careless and reckless.
Even Kira looked annoyed as he shrugged his shoulders. Huh. You and Yonekura do fight like cats and dogs, after all.
At any rate, that's how we stopped the article from getting published. Now you can hold the Christmas party just like you planned, right?
You didn't have to intervene. I was going to threaten them to protect Dirili. I can't believe you want to go to the Christmas party that badly. You were so annoyed at the idea in the first place.
I still think the party's going to be a hassle. But I want to see Dirili in her pretty dress. And I went to escort her. That's how I really feel.
Yonekura. I see. So Dirili's the reason why. Madam Eiko, this might be too forward, but... Kagurazaka had been standing in the back, like a true butler and listening to the conversation. That's when he started talking. We've already sent out our invitations, and it would be problematic if we canceled the week before.
I agree with Kagurazaka. It's best if we have the party as planned.
Kagurazaka, Kirishima, even you two are siding with him? I imagined Auntie Eiko looking up at the ceiling as she sighed. Okay, then let's have the Christmas party as planned. Huh?
Oh, are you serious?
Kamisaki and Kira looked relieved as they looked at each other. Yes, so your test will continue until then. Are you alright with staying in the mansion, Dirili? Yes, of course. I'll be home in time for the party, so... Dirili, I'm looking forward to seeing your splendid ladylike behavior. I felt joy after hearing Auntie Eiko's pleasant words. Okay. I'd forgotten that I couldn't see her face and nodded with all my might. That night, Yonekura and I were alone in a room together. He helped me change, and I entrusted my body to his big hands. Yonekura.
Yes? What is it, Mr. Dirili?
As he skillfully undressed me, Yonekura smiled pleasantly in his butler persona. At first, I'd been so embarrassed changing in front of him and having him see my underwear. Oh, but I'm still embarrassed even now. Still, now my trust for him and the comfort I feel when we're together is stronger. On the contrary, if he doesn't touch me with his fingers, I get lonely and can't calm down. Is it okay that you did all that?
What do you mean by all that?
Like getting on the bad side of the publishing company and telling my aunt about us. Won't things get worse for you?
It doesn't matter to me.
He stopped acting like a butler and returned to his real self. He had an unusual smile on, as it looked like he had mixed feelings.
I want our everyday life together to continue on. I don't want this to end. That's what I think.
Yonekura.
Oh, I said it, didn't I? I'll get rid of anyone who gets in the way. And you need to be determined enough to do that too.
Yeah. Yonekura put more strength into his hands. He grabbed me with them and forcefully pulled me in.
I still have a ways to go, and I have no intention of letting my master go.
We looked at each other close up, face to face with our eyes interlocked.
Dirili.
My heart leapt out of my chest when he whispered my name. Yonekura tickled my lips with a soft kiss. Alright, so the next episode will be his happy end. Hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.